full capacity.
It says nobody will deliver on their mandate until there are consequences. Cosatu President Zingiswa Losi was responding to the crisis at Eskom. She says the union body believes there is sabotage at Eskom.
We said three things that are critical and of principle. We said we must avoid job losses. Two, we said tariff, the electricity tariffs must not be hiking for the last consumer, which is the poorest of the poor. And we said no privatization. Government said we guarantee you the three things, and let's take it from there, because what we're saying, we must put alternatives. If we reject something, let's put alternatives, and alternatives that we think are going to bring solutions to the problems. We must be solution orientated. We know the challenges, we don't want to overemphasize them, but we're saying let's put solutions that are solution orientated things on the table, so that we're able to take this country forward.
With Eskom and load shedding, jobs are at risk. Some businesses might retrench people. Does that concern you?
It does. It does. You know what? Some of us, we believe that at Eskom, we don't think that Eskom management and the board is doing enough. You can't have no explanation. We move from zero to the fourth stage of load shedding with no explanation at all. Where are the engineers? Where are the people that are supposed to be monitoring all these things as electricity is being generated? And we're saying we don't hear, we don't see consequences. Until we're a government that has consequences, then we will make sure that, and we will ensure that everyone, be it a political employee or an ordinary worker on the shop floor, with the responsibility that you have, you would ensure that you deliver on what you are employed to do.
Do those consequences mean that the board should go?
Indeed. Indeed, if the board has failed us, then the board should go. But when you put and replace the board members, don't replace people because you know them. Replace people that would understand the entity itself, and we want people that are going to bring solutions to our problems.
If the board goes, then what about the shareholder ministry and some people within the ANC, political employees who've been presiding over this at Eskom?
Cosatu has always said that heads must roll, people must account. Political employees are not there to represent their own jackets. They are there to represent and ensure that the mandate of the SOEs is carried forward. If by them being there is no mandate of the SOEs being carried forward, then that employee must be able to be held to account what went wrong. People must answer, because it does not matter. Restructuring is not going to solve our problems if we do not understand what is the problem. Let's understand what the problem is. Let's get to the solutions of the problem. If there are people that are hindrances to those solutions, let them move aside.
Do you buy this story about sabotage at Eskom?
We do. We do, in the sense that, hence I said earlier, when you can't have a load shedding, when the president says there will be no load shedding, the following day or few days later, boom, we're sitting with the load shedding, and we're saying, who must answer? We see no people answering. So if there are no answers, then it means somebody's doing it deliberately. Somebody must look at it. There should be answers. Heads must roll.